What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Smoking Tire Podcast. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Nextbase. It's the world's leading dash cam brand. You've seen those crazy Russian dash cam videos. You know the power of a dash cam, whether it's fighting a lawsuit, showing your friends something unbelievable, or going viral on the internet. A dash cam is one of the easiest ways to capture the crazy things that happen on the road. Nextbase is more than just a dash cam. Their Series 2 range includes 5 models packed with exciting features like 1440p resolution, an IPS touchscreen, intelligent parking mode, which is sort of like a security camera when your car is left turned off, rear camera options, both inside the car and outside the car, and an option to alert emergency services if you have a crash or if there's a real big issue. Get peace of mind while you drive with Nextbase, now available at Best Buy stores nationwide, in the US and Canada at bestbuy.com, and on Amazon. Listeners of the Smoking Tire get 20% off all Nextbase dash cams on Amazon by using the code 20SMOKING. That's 20SMOKING. 20SMOKING. Nextbase dash cams are the jam. Get them while they hot. 20SMOKING is the code on Amazon. How about Autotempest.com? They help you save time and therefore save money. That's if your time is worth any money, and presumably it is. When you're looking for a car, you have the option to do double, triple, quadruple, or quintuple work by searching the same information for the same types of car in dozens of different car sites. Here's what Autotempest does. They bring it all together, folks. They bring it all together. You type in your search request into Autotempest, it looks on the whole internet for you, and it looks on all those like random smaller sites that you might not even think of but totally exist, compares those results to AutoTrader and Craigslist nationally, and we're talking about sites like Cars.com, eBay Motors, and on and on and on, and it does all that with just a couple of keystrokes and one click. You don't have to do it over and over. Whether you're just scouting the market to see what's out there or actually looking to buy or sell your car, Autotempest.com will help you gauge the market easily and quickly, saving you time and money. That's Autotempest.com. Last but certainly not least, it's the Brio Beardscape. You know what's up. Just about every guy I know owns a trimmer. You know, the battery-powered or plug-in buzzer that trims your hair. Just about every guy's had a bad experience with a bad trimmer. Either the blades get dull really fast, they start pulling hairs, they're loud, the motor dies, or the battery just stops holding a charge. If that sounds familiar, it's time to upgrade to the Beardscape. I've been using the Brio Beardscape about once a week for over a year now, and I have only charged it one time. The battery really does last that long. It lasted me a full year of use, like probably 50 full shaves. The Brio Beardscape is perfect for trimming your face, head, or general manscaping. One of the reasons it cuts better is because it has a ceramic blade that's extremely sharp and stays sharper longer than stainless steel. Also, it is quiet and powerful, like a Tesla. Guys, it may be time for you to upgrade to the Brio Beardscape. Go to Brio4Life.com. That is Brio, the number 4life.com, and use code SMOKING at checkout for the best price on the internets. Brio4life.com/smoking. And we got to talk about Blue Driver, the pro scan tool. So your check engine light comes on. What do you do? Like speed, right? Step 1, get a Blue Driver Pro scan tool. Blue Driver can read all the computer systems in your vehicle, tell you what the problem is, and suggest solutions from a database of millions of ASE verified fixes. Then you can fix the problem yourself or head to the garage armed with knowledge. Either way, you're in control. Plus, Blue Driver can do so much more than read codes. View live data from your vehicle, read freeze frame in mode 6, do a smog check, stay up to date on recalls and service bulletins, and so much more. That's why Blue Driver is the best-selling scan tool on Amazon. Don't just take our word for it. Check out the thousands of positive reviews written by real people who've saved a ton of time and money by using Blue Driver. For a limited time, take advantage of our special special smoking tire offer. Visit bluedriver.com/TST. That's bluedriver.com/TST to get 10% off the Blue Driver Pro Scan Tool. Don't let your car troubles be a mystery again. Get Blue Driver today. That's bluedriver.com/TST. All right, folks, this one's going to be a bit of a blast in the past. For those of you who remember my old school Bullrun videos from back in the day, it was a big part of my life from like 2007 to 11 or so. And today we've got the founder of the Bullrun Rally, television producer, event director, and rally founder, Andy Duncan, is in studio. And we're going to talk about, I guess, the bad old days. It's Andy Duncan of Bullrun on the Smoking Tire Podcast.
Happier?
I just thought it makes you somewhat more effervescent.
Effervescent is a good word. Only the English would use the word effervescent.
Only the English would use English words.
True. True. All right.
Why use effervescent when I could use awesome?
Awesome. It's very funny.
For everything.
What up, bitches? It's the Effervescent Show. It's the Smoking Tire Podcast on a motherfucking Tuesday afternoon. Welcome, everybody. My good old friend, Mr. Andy Duncan, to the program. Hello, love.
Hello, mate. How are you? I'm tremendous, actually. Really, really good.
Do you only own... This actually wasn't an offer.
I can't have any of that. Are you just pointing
no,
at me?
I was just casual.
I cannot do that. We've already been through this.
I was lightsabering you, actually.
I think you've seen me on the effects of that, and it's not pretty.
Do you own any T-shirts that don't say Bullrun on them?
Yeah, I actually have a T-shirt that says Farah.
Really?
Yeah, because Farah is quite a sort of cool brand from the 60s in the UK.
Oh, yeah, like a Farah denim, right?
That's
Farah
right.
jeans.
That's right,
I think there's a Farah denim store somewhere in LA, actually. Is it awesome? Is it as awesome as I think it is?
It's pretty cool. What are you, an XL?
I think I'm now. I am. Yeah, I've gone down to. I ping pong. Yeah,
I will.
Find me one.
I will have you one bought in England, and I'll send it over.
Well,
to
if
you.
it's from England, it's got to be like a 4XL, like a Euro cut.
Yeah,
I need I need a US spec shirt. I love traveling in Europe. Obviously, it's just the best, but. I can't shop.
You can't. You cannot
shop
that.
over there. Welcome back to fucking LA. Are you living in New Orleans still?
I'm still largely based in New Orleans. Yeah.
I haven't been since I saw you like I don't know what 4 years ago almost with the $1 Million Mile Lexus when me and Hannah came through your nightclub.
That's right.
What's it called?
The Social.
Oh yeah, the Social. That place was cool.
It was good actually.
But you were doing the rap party for a show called. It was really funny.
Was I? I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it was the rap party for a show about the Fat and the Furious, I believe it was called.
Actually, I should remember that show because I produced 3 seasons of it. I totally forgot I'd done the rap party for it.
Yeah. Wait, what was that show about again?
Oh, it was about so much, Matt. But what it was about on the TV show was these 4 larger-than-life gentlemen who were based in Youngstown, or just outside of Youngstown, Ohio, and they restored cars as sort of like extreme makeover edition type vehicles, and then they made cars for the track for the quarter mile.
Oh yeah, drag cars, right? Yeah.
So every episode we'd be doing a tear jerking restoration, and then we'd be doing a quarter mile car as well that we'd restored to see if it could make a certain time.
3 seasons.
3 seasons, and we were into a 4th, and it got pulled.
Oh no!
For reasons I can't talk about.
For reasons we'll never know.
For just the most bizarre reasons you could ever imagine.
It always gets pulled for the most bizarre reasons, though, doesn't it?
Well, reality
TV's crazy.
Reality TV stars tend to attract unreal issues in real life.
All right, so Andy, has done the Bullrun Rally that I did a part of, but Andy's also done like a lot of television. Like you've produced a bunch of TV, including the Bullrun TV show, which I had the easiest job in the world on.
How much did we pay you? It was too much.
It was not.
It was too much. I'm sure.
I think you paid me $20,000 for
20 days.
For 20 days,
and you were drunk.
And I was drunk 20
you were drunk
of them.
every single day you were drunk.
Every single one of them.
To be fair, we all were.
It was great, except for what I had to drive. The Shine Machine. The Black Magic Shine Machine.
Yes.
Which was a Ford Flex.
Yeah.
And it was fine. I wonder, wait, Black Magic? That's fine. The machine, it was done by West Coast Customs. And it has some big ass rims. Is it? It's not. It's been scrubbed from the internet permanently.
No, you must be able to find that.
It was like a
put that Ford Flex Bullrun or something.
Oh no, it's been scrubbed from the internet.
I don't believe that.
Yep, it's gone.
Wow.
Anyway, it was a Ford Flex on 24s. Mm-hmm. So everything about it was great except for how it drove.
Yeah, that was terrible.
But whatever, great gig. Very little work.
Very little work. That's how we like to generally work. Get the absolute most amount of money for the least amount of effort.
But actually, the Bullrun TV show, the challenges specifically, have you watched Hyperdrive on Netflix? Rutledge's show?
I know.
I just watched it.
It's basically a rip-off of it, isn't it?
Well,
somewhat.
So, yes. So I don't want to call it a ripoff because I think they have changed enough that it's not a direct ripoff. I will say it does take direct inspiration from your challenges. Their show is much more of a ripoff, if I had to make a ripoff comparison, of American Ninja Warrior.
It's like a homage.
It is. Yes,
like Bullrun is a homage of Cannonball Run.
Totally.
There you go.
Yes, there
you go.
We
won't say it's a ripoff.
No, exactly. Yes. Yeah, no, but they do. It's filmed and lit like American Ninja Warrior, which I think is neat. But I remember working with you guys and that fucking stunt lunatic. What's his name? Matt
Kutcher.
Matt Kutcher. He was the pyro guy. He was the Danny McBride from Tropic Thunder. Let's light this bitch up.
That is such a good accurate statement of what he's like. He really is like that.
Like, it's not like he was reckless or anything, but he loved fire so much.
Were you there when we did that explosion at the Phoenix Raceway?
This explosion of 10 gas cans?
And like we were about 500 meters away, and I felt like my eyebrows were burning.
Let me tell you, Matt Kutcher and Andy Duncan are two people that really, really like fire.
Yeah.
And in that show, you could never have too fucking much of it.
You can never have too many explosions.
No.
Come on. This is just true of life.
No, but I think was it 10 gas cans?
It was more than that, mate.
It was a bunch
enormous.
of 5-gallon gas cans wrapped in primer cord.
You can probably Google that video somewhere. I don't think
I can't play YouTube videos on the show, unfortunately, because of copywriting. So I can't.
That's weird.
But if you Google like Bullrun TV show massive explosion, you might find it.
Yeah.
That was a big explosion.
That was massive.
That was bad. And there was like some napalm that was involved in some stuff, those challenges were awesome. Those courses were like so rad.
I know, and the best bit about those was doing the tests.
Oh yeah,
because obviously we made it quite safe for the contestants, but it wasn't safe when me and Handsome Dave were doing it with Matt, and no roll cages half the time, and just smashing up cars, going, "Oh yeah, we'll do this once and it'll work and it'll be fine."
Let me see if I get some images of the explosions. There was some fun times doing that. Not a lot of pyro in the old Google archive. Oh, I remember that though. Having to drive onto a moving rig.
There you go.
That was a good one. Oh Jesus, that picture is horrible. I'm sorry. There's no resolution to that. Fuck, man. No.
Remember that photo?
Oh no. Well, let's
stay off that photo.
Stay out of that one.
Oh my god, that just sent a shiver down my spine.
Yeah. But like, okay, when you're producing a television show on its own is fucking bananas. Producing a television show that picks up and moves like a circus every day, how do you manage the logistics of that?
Well, you know what? I've got a greater appreciation now for just how hard that show was, now that I've produced other shows for normal TV production companies.
Where you go to one place?
Yeah, so like we produced 10 episodes in 21 days, right?
With transits.
Yeah, with basically a 300 to 500 mile company move every 48 hours, right? And how many of us were there? About 100? Something like that?
Yeah, maybe 100, yeah.
So, and then I produce a show now where we'll be in situ.
Stay close to the mic.
We'll be in situ for a while, and, you know, we were restoring a car, and it'll be 8 days an episode. So, you know, 10 episodes,
Hey,
80 days. Yeah, of course. It's much easier. But yeah, that was...
But you're not getting drunk every night.
No, we are not.
If you are, you would
Yeah.
Could that could not continue.
But that show was really that show was really, really, really hard, but it was really, really, really fun. Even if the Teamsters did try to shut us down 3 times. Each season they try to shut us down.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it was non-union?
Yeah, because the last 2 seasons we were producing it ourselves, and we were non-union, and we'd had a disagreement as to whether we should be union or non-union, and some guy turned up in Vegas with a black leather trench coat on.
Seriously?
And
decided that you should be union?
And he's like, and he said, "Hey, I'm from the Teamsters. This show should be union." And I was like, "Well, it's not going to be, mate." And we got into it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So there's always a hidden.
But then, you know, the Teamsters are very lovely people,
as it turns out.
Yeah. And
turns out they're very understanding.
They're very, very, very understanding in a Dr. Phil type way. And we came to an accommodation. So it was very good in the end.
What is the most absurd pitch someone has made you that you were like that you for a second maybe considered making the show or not?
Monkey tennis.
Fuck out of here. Is that a real thing? You just make that up?
Just made it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. Do you know what? The most absurd ideas are just, it's not that they're so absurd, they're just shit. You know?
Yeah.
You're listening and you're just like, oh my God, you're just crushing me with just how boring this idea is.
For me, it's just all the fake build, fake flip, fake...
Yeah,
fake everything.
It's all fake. I mean, that's what tends to be really problematic when I'm producing a show for Discovery and or whoever else. And you know, you go into it and you're just like, oh my God, I've literally got to create all of this. I've got to bring in.
You're like, we were gonna build a car.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, someone will say like, oh, these guys are geniuses, they can build anything, and then you know, you sit down, and you're like, these guys don't have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to have a ghost garage of 12 people, 6 people per crew, working 24 hours a day.
Ghost garage.
Yeah, ghost garage. Now that's a show. Ghost garage. That would be a good show.
The show where because you really do have to build the car in 8 days in the ghost garage.
Yeah.
That customer ain't real. The producer's gonna kill.
And like the most action was always in the ghost garage because like you've got a bunch of mechanics there. Some guys are Chevy guys, some guys are Mopar guys, and they fucking hate each other. I mean, I'd rather have, you know, a Jewish mechanic and an Islamic mechanic. They're going to get on better than a Chevy and a Mopar guy. Like they literally hate each other.
You need to get the politics in line in the ghost garage.
Oh my God. And they would literally say, I'm not fucking working with that Mopar guy.
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
swear it's true. It's just, you know, they like hated each other. But the Ford,
so funny.
The Ford and the Chevy guys got on okay.
That's
right.
But Mopars, it's like.
But they really didn't like the Mopar guys,
wow.
And the Mopar guys all loved each other. You know, obviously.
That's so funny.
It was
separate. You need 2 ghost garages.
I didn't even know
which.
I was I'm a Brit. I didn't know that was a thing. Like,
and there's not like a Jag versus Aston versus MGB.
No, I mean, you know, all of our sort of rivalries are sort of related to soccer violence.
Yeah.
You know. So we hate you because
the racing is very polite. It's the soccer.
We hate you because of the color jersey you're wearing.
True.
Yeah, we're a lot deeper.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a real thing, and like these guys are just like, I'm not fucking working with that guy. It sucks. And like, we'd also get to the point where, you know, say you're renovating a Dodge, and you know the Chevy guys are like, fuck these Mopars. You know, they would just hate working on them.
Right. Every decision that went into a Mopar is bad. When you're a Chevy, they used a 3/4 bolt here. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and you'd hear them screaming like that every day, like they're just losing their minds.
That is awesome. Oh my God, build shows.
Yeah, the worst.
And of course, there's no cameras in the ghost garage.
No.
Because you're ghosts.
Yeah, exactly.
What is going on in the other garage? They just scream at each other to distract from the
What
ghost
do you mean
garage.
the other garage? They're in the green room fucking shoving food into their faces. That's what they're doing. Like,
The ghost garage has a green room.
yeah, I mean,
Because
like,
of course it
when I
does.
was consulting on the shows, I'd be getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we would start in the garage at 5:30 or 6, and then the crew and the talent roll up at 9. You know, you're like 4 hours in,
Oh
3.5
my God.
hours in.
Just
you know,
angry already.
and of course, you got to set everything up. You know, because they go, oh, we've got to have a problem midway through the episode.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But first,
Yeah.
come get a macro on these
Yeah.
sparks.
And I'll go, okay, we'll do this, and they're like, no, we want a more interesting problem.
The problem has to be a visual problem, right?
It has to be they love very visual
Yeah.
and very sort of like geeky, unusual problems, right?
Yeah. This door handle's from a 71. We
Yeah.
got a source of 68.
Yeah. They don't want your talent can't build cars problem. They're just like, no.
Take that shit up with the network. We don't fuck with
Exactly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so that show in, I mean, obviously prior to that, I'd done Inside West Coast Customs.
Oh, yeah.
So that was obviously watching cars being built in a real shop at a very slow pace.
I remember because you told me about Will.i.am's DeLorean.
Yeah.
Way before.
Yeah. The DeLorean.
You called it the DeLorean, which is a way better name than they ended up using for it. And then he went on Top Gear and Jeremy Clarkson kissed his ass for like 15 minutes when he said he was going to start a car company in the hood and have underprivileged kids build cars. Where's the car company,
Yeah.
Mr. I Am?
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
I can't
Are
imagine.
they looking for some sort of like earthquake funds with that guy too?
No, I think that's Wyclef.
Okay.
Wyclef. That's a different liar.
Oh, yeah.
No, Will.i.am's like, I actually saw that car at West Coast Customs.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much quality work went into making that car as ugly as it ended up.
Yeah.
Like, actually, like the metal fab work on that was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the work done there was incredible. It was just, as you'd expect, it's tediously slow. I mean, like,
Yeah.
anything good.
And that
generally
car
is.
came out violently ugly.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been a fan. You're a DeLorean fan, aren't you? Didn't you start in one?
I was for a time. I think that has faded. I sold my DeLorean. I had one, and it didn't last. It didn't
Actually,
work
it's
out.
funny you should say that. Did you ever see the DeLorean episode of Fat and Furious?
No, but I'm sure it's entertaining.
It was decided that we would build or rebuild a DeLorean on the Fat and Furious show, but then dramatize elements of the story with like Back to the Future bits.
Oh God, yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I can picture the vignette that has happened, and it's almost like it happens like in Storage Wars, where they have them like act out what's gonna. Yeah,
It was
brutal. Did you see
Actually, there was a bit that was actually quite funny, but in general, it was quite painful to watch.
There's a the best worst DeLorean tangential bit of media that I have ever seen is recently, which is the Alec Baldwin DeLorean movie. Have you seen that?
No.
I
I have seen that.
It's
I
on
have seen that. It's like,
Amazon.
It's like the history of John DeLorean and how he got sucked into.
It's called Framing John DeLorean, featuring Alec Baldwin. Okay,
I saw that. Yep.
Did you actually watch it?
I did, the whole thing.
Was it the weirdest thing you'd ever seen? Because it was the fucking weirdest thing I'd ever seen.
Alec Baldwin looked so weird in that whole
So
thing.
okay,
Because isn't it? It's like part news clips and part dramatization, right?
right. So it's historical clips, which are amazing, and then it's Alec Baldwin reenacting some shit.
Yeah.
But then it's Alec Baldwin
Talking about
reenacting it in the makeup,
Yeah.
which is weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Then it's like the woman who plays Alec Baldwin's, like John DeLorean's wife, who's like a nobody, giving her thoughts on the whole thing, is one of the weirdest documentaries / films I have ever fucking seen.
I just couldn't get over how strange Alec Baldwin looked when he was trying to look like John DeLorean.
All right, who was worse, him or this? Is it worse or?
Oh my God!
What's worse, Alec Baldwin? Hang on, we're gonna get we'll get a photo comparison. Alec Baldwin as John DeLorean or John Travolta as Robert Shapiro in the OJ movie.
Can I throw in a curveball here? John Travolta as anyone now, right?
John Travolta?
Did you see John Travolta in The Taking of Pelham 123?
Yeah.
He looks weird in that as well. I mean, like, really weird.
Yeah, he's had things done to the things that were done.
Yeah, he's a strange cat in a lot of ways. Allegedly.
The Robert Shapiro eyebrows. Robert Shapiro, I'm pretty sure, was not gay, but under the reenactment of John Travolta, he became quite gay. John Travolta's version of Robert Shapiro
was gay,
but pretty gay.
Really?
Robert Shapiro's not actually gay.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not going to touch that.
I mean, maybe he's gay. I don't think he is though.
Yeah.
Here's Alec Baldwin and John DeLorean side by side, so you can get the comparison.
Actually, it's not that weird. It's just his.
All you really got to do is get the hair and the eyebrows, and the rest of it you kind of forget.
Anyone could look like
Right.
it. You could do that.
I know. Just
you could do that. Yeah,
the wig and the eyebrows.
We fill out your eyebrows a bit and put a silver wig on you. You could look weird like that too.
Oh my God, it's fucking great.
That is just so strange. It's weird.
It doesn't. Yeah, actually, the poster is very complimentary. If you just pull up a movie still, it's fucking terrible. And actually, Alec Baldwin, he doesn't even really try to act in the movie. It's really just Alec Baldwin.
He doesn't change his voice or anything.
No, it's just him. It's like Alec Baldwin in a wig reading John DeLorean quotes. It's fucking so
It was really weird.
It's so strange.
And basically, for anyone who hasn't seen that movie yet, I don't know if you could call it a movie. Basically, John DeLorean ended up trying to import a whole load of cocaine to pay for the factory.
Well, what I actually
then got off.
There was a lot.
And then got off.
And Colin Chapman was involved.
Yes, he was.
That's what's really how he died. It really went
how
under
they
the
set
rug.
up that offshore fund to embezzle all the money.
All the Northern Irish money.
Yeah, you see. Yeah.
Colin Chapman was involved, and he probably would have gotten indicted too if he didn't die.
It's always an evil European behind it all, isn't it?
It's the eyebrows, really. You've got those eyebrows. Be fucking careful. Exactly. What are you making now? You making TV now or what?
Yeah. So I did those. So obviously I did those 3 seasons of Fat and Furious. Then I did a show called The Last Outpost in Alaska. We shot in Anchorage, in Alaska.
What is The Last Outpost?
Oh fucking hell! Don't make me go back through that
come
again.
on.
You know what? Let me come back to it in a second. And then I did a show last summer called Raising Wild, which was basically in the middle of Washington State.
What is that about?
It's about a family of 9 who sort of go back to live off the grid.
Not like the Alaskan bush people, right? Where they really live behind a Walmart.
I don't know if I should comment on that.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not. This isn't it.
Is
this it right here?
That's a Girls Gone Wild, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be.
There, that's it.
Here. Oh no, it's the wrong picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Raising Wild, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Who's the fucking who? So I know for a fact that 1 or 2 people on this show really generate all the content. Who are those people?
Right. So it depends which way you look at it.
Is this just a father and a mother and a bunch of kids?
Yeah, they're kids, and
okay.
one of them, the scrawny guy on the right hand side, that's the son-in-law.
Okay. He's the dopey one who's married to the daughter.
He's I wouldn't say dopey.
He just looks dopey.
I'd say quiet.
He's a little gaunt.
He's a little gaunt. He's a very thin man.
And then who's the militant one in the middle?
So that's Nathan in the middle, and the guy standing behind him, that's Ariel with the brown t-shirt on. And I'd say that those 2 guys were pretty funny. I think Ariel actually, we got him to vomit and decapitate a chicken on screen.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hollywood. Where are they at in Washington State? Middle of Washington State?
Yeah, they're sort of about eastern, very much over the eastern side of Washington State, and about 30 miles south of the Canadian border.
I bet it's beautiful.
It is actually very. It's the high desert. It's very nice up there. I loved it up there. It was a really, really nice time. But prior to that, I had done 3 months, 4 months in Alaska. So during the winter,
Is it brutal?
it's fucking terrible.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's
not even like, oh, I had an experience kind of thing. It's like it's just shit.
I had an experience. I had a shit experience.
Really?
No, you know what? It's just it's so dark. It doesn't get light till about 10:30 in the morning, and then it's dark again by about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the
So
afternoon.
depressing.
So it's like, it's minus 25, minus 30 outside. So yeah, it's quite brutal.
What happens in the last outpost?
So that was about two guys that build these amazing vehicles for people who live off the grid to help them solve their off-the-grid type problems.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's like snowmobile-based vehicles, or like
And just everything.
really?
Yeah, so, we I built like everything from like a snow hovercraft to a...
Are people actually using this shit?
Yeah. I've probably got some videos and stuff
Really?
of it.
That's awesome.
To a motorized wheelchair that can go over snow, on cat tracks and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen a Sherp yet? You ever seen one of those?
No.
Dude, the Sherp, I got to drive one. It is the motherfucking jam. These are these Russian
do you know
things.
what? I have seen this. Yes.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
I went to Minnesota and drove, I believe it's this one.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, there we go. And these things, they're amphibious, and they can go over anything you can imagine. Click, you fuck. There you go. And they are just the coolest, most fun. And for what you get, they're like not expensive. They're like $119,000 delivered.
Oh, just get two.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, actually, they drove one of those across Russia without roads.
All right.
Pretty fucking
if
awesome.
you're going to go across Russia, it probably is without roads most of the place. I've driven through Russia.
And not fun.
Well, it was the late 90s. It was on Gumball.
Oh,
actually.
on Gumball back in the
3000.
day.
And it was the early 2000s. So it was the Gumball when we had Jackass with us.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Because before Bullrun, you, I guess, worked for Maximilian or whatever for Gumball?
Yeah, so my cousin, Handsome Dave, had started the year before me putting Gumball together with Max. And then I got involved, and we ended up doing the Gumball that went from London through Germany and Poland, Latvia, Lithuania, Russia, Finland, ferry to Sweden, and then we finished in Copenhagen, I believe.
Actually, that's pretty tame by modern Gumball standards, right? Don't they all have like two fucking jumbo jets in them now? And
Yeah,
shit?
they did. That wasn't. We didn't have like an Anatov
Yeah.
to carry the cars on that one. But driving through Russia in like the early 2000s, that wasn't a lot of fun.
No,
it's
just
pretty
shit roads.
Really like, and the tires have like grooved out channels.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the roads. Which is, very, very, very scary. And then you get pulled over by the police and you just have to bribe them and stuff. And
That's annoying.
yeah.
Gumball tax.
Yeah.
The Russian Gumball tax.
And then we had an incident at the, I think it was the Latvia-Russian border. So we'd either spent the night in Latvia or Lithuania, and we were trying to get out and go back through Russia to get to Finland. And they stopped all the cars because obviously I think the border guards decided that this was a good opportunity to get paid some serious money.
Definitely, yeah.
So they held all of the cars. We were sitting there for like 3 hours, and then they started letting the locals through. And then one of the guys who was on the rally stole a truck and drove it across the road so no one could get through, and threw the keys away. So we had like a full-on, almost international incident there, with the guards pulling out their rifles.
Some of the people that do these events live like these crazy consequence-free lives.
Some of them do, and some of them don't.
Do some of them have real consequences later when they get home and realize what they've done?
Well, there's a lot. I mean, these rallies always seem to attract sort of larger than life characters, and obviously in that sort of mindset, you can go one of two ways. You could either be, crazy successful or crazy unsuccessful and end up in jail and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people who've subsequently ended up in jail and stuff.
Yeah.
Or been murdered.
Or been murdered? Who got murdered?
Wasn't that one girl on who did Bullrun with what was her name again?
A girl who did Bullrun got murdered?
She got murdered by a boyfriend. And,
really? I fucking remember now.
I'm trying to remember her name.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know if I ever met her. I think she was there
she was in New York.
Yeah.
She was with Ashley Van Dyke.
Yeah. No, I forget. That girl did get killed by her boyfriend. You're right.
She got put, chopped up and put in a suitcase.
At the other end of that, you have a Richard Rawlings. Which is like
exactly.
It's incredible.
Exactly.
I remember
and
you
in
like
Aaron.
2008 maybe were like, that man has been trying to get famous for 10 years.
Yeah.
You're like, he will be the longest overnight success in history.
Yeah. I think
he finally got there though, didn't he?
It was like a 10-year overnight success.
Yeah, he finally got there.
Mm-hmm.
But on those rallies, like, any one of those people properly motivated and pointed in the right direction, I think a lot of people could have become those characters.
For sure. Yeah,
that whole like New Orleans crew of like lunatics.
Yeah.
And, Seth and Ice-T are like homies now, I guess, they're doing a thing. I don't know. So, but like any one of those guys could have with the correct guidance and manscaping.
Yeah.
And enough Miller Lite.
Because I mean they've all got big personalities, and really that's all that network executives for reality TV shows are looking for.
Is reality TV any more fun to make now than it was like 8 years ago?
No, I think it's probably got a bit harder actually, if anything. Yeah. I mean, obviously,
do people still want to be famous more than they want to be rich? I've found that to be a problem that's been exploited by TV producers.
I think people want to be rich by being famous because then they think they don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I think that's I think that's how a lot of people see it. They see it as an easy route to making money if they're famous. And obviously you have the Kardashian family, which
they proved it, didn't they?
Which tells them that can absolutely happen.
Famous for famous's sake.
Yeah, they're just gazillionaires, aren't they?
Yeah, that's. I got stuck behind Caitlyn Jenner in the canyons, and she was driving a GT3 RS,
right,
purple, so fucking slowly. And would not pull over and let me pass.
Really?
I don't care what sex you are, but please respect canyon etiquette, Caitlyn. Pull out of the way if you want to drive 30. Caitlyn Jenner, formerly Bruce, podiumed at Sebring. Pull over. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But that's
maybe that was the first time she had ever done the canyon. So
doubtful.
She didn't know, her way around.
Doubtful.
I'm choosing my words very carefully here.
As you are.
Yeah.
What's this Bullrun GT thing?
So that's something that I'm doing with a bunch of guys out of Dallas, the Park Up Front guys, who have a social networking app, which is awesome for the car community. It's an app that pretty much allows you to sort of create your car garage, interact with events, post your own community events, and basically reach out to a wider car community. They've done a couple of great events, rally events already, and they do a lot of car show type events in and around the Dallas area. And we'd been talking for a while about maybe doing a adventure together. So we came up with a GT, which is it's basically called Park Up Front's Bullrun GT, and it's basically like a nice not crazy version of the original Bullruns, which obviously you're very familiar with.
Yeah.
The more crazy version.
The crazy version was crazy. I'm glad I survived. No, I hope it's not that crazy. I hope we've grown up a little bit.
No, this is great, and it's a very high end car community where and participants who are doing it with us, and we're doing an event.
What's the route?
It's October 16th to the 20th, and it's basically Dallas to Memphis to Nashville. Then we have a secret location. Then we finish in New Orleans.
Oh, it sounds like the fucking pork roux rally. It's like the barbecue rally.
And you know how you love your barbecue, Matt.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. I ain't gonna be shy about it.
No, it's going to be a lot of fun. Amazing roads and stuff, and a really, really, really good group of people. And the Park Up Front guys do a very, very, very nice concierged version of a car rally. They really look after people really well. So I'm actually really excited to be doing stuff with them. It's I think this is going to be really cool.
What do you think is like the difference between like a really good car rally and a really bad one? Where do people fuck up the most?
Do you know what? It's there's two ways to look at this. First and foremost, it's about the people who do the rally. Because really, a rally is just a party, isn't it? So if you're with a good group of people, then you're going to have fun no matter where you are or what you're doing. And I mean, when you look at some of the TV shows and stuff and the spots that we've been through, you know, we've been in some of the worst towns ever.
Those were the most fun
and had a great time.
Those are way more fun. I'd rather do a rally that only stopped in like really little towns than one that did Vegas, Phoenix, you know, whatever.
Yeah. But I think what a lot of people don't think about is, you know, when you're doing a rally and you have people paying an awful lot of money to doing it, you know, there's an expectation level there. You know, it's like opening a 5-star boutique hotel and not knowing how to look after the clientele. Mm-hmm. And you have to know how to look after people and then also manage their emotions through the rally. So, you know, you don't put them in a car and make them do 800 miles a day for 3 days in a row. You know what I mean? You have to know through, you have to understand, you know, how tired they're going to be. Oh, you know, because we were just in New Orleans last night and no one got to bed till 6 o'clock in the morning. Right. So you would naturally try and build in a smaller day. Sleep in day or a smaller day there and then. And I guess it's all of that organic knowledge coupled with some common sense and knowing how to look after people.
I'm like, I guess I'm getting older because now I'm like, I only want to do events where it's like 200 miles a day or less. Yeah. Like I don't, and not even really because of me, but it's like just because like, I guess I'm old enough where I'm like, I'm going to bring my wife and like, you know what I mean? You don't want to be stuck in a car all day.
No, do you know what? I agree with you because, you know, I've done some of those hardcore events.
Like what's the difference if you drive 100 miles or 300 miles?
This event that we're doing in October, we've sort of done it so you drive 2.5-3 hours in the morning.
That's nice.
Stop for lunch, 2.5-3 hours after lunch.
Yeah.
And that's a really, really nice. You're not getting out of a car after a 900-mile drive, which is what we've done to people.
I've done that so many times.
It's
brutal. And like sometimes, you know, I guess if you have to cover a certain place, there's not a lot of places to stop in between two random places. Sometimes you got to cross all of Utah. You know? Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, we would normally, when we were doing the bull run back in the day, we would normally just pick one day and just go, you know what, we're going to bang out 900 miles here. Yeah, and that's going to make sure that the other 6 days are actually going to be nice. Yeah, but there's going to be a day of pain. You just. No one ever knew when that day was going to come.
Yeah, I think once I had to do like an Iowa to Denver or some shit or something like that. Yeah. There's a really bad crossing the Midwest one.
Did you do that one with us? I think we went from Scottsdale to Lajitas down in the border.
Yes.
And
I did it I was with Rob Ferretti in that Mustang Cobra R, and we had the cool shirts.
Right.
Yeah. And we got pulled over.
That was extremely long. That was a long day.
Yeah. But Lajitas though is one of those places, and I think maybe it's only because I went there twice with you that I had such a fondness for it the second time. But, okay, so for those people who don't know, Lajitas is a little tiny, I guess it's a resort or something.
Yeah, there's a hotel resort there, but it's basically the town is Terlingua.
Yeah, and it's where Carroll Shelby had his like fucking farm or some shit, and they used to like race cars around there, and there was sort of this cheeky like Terlingua racing team thing they did, and so Andy did a Shelby event, and I went. and
for his birthday, for his 85th birthday.
Oh yeah. And so I went on that, and that was fun. And it was at this Lajitas place, and it's like on the Rio Grande River, and there's a road that I think. Did you tell me that road was the last road they built in America before they established laws for banking?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Is that what it was?
That road that goes from.
It goes west from Lajitas, right?
It goes west from Lajitas. It's one of the scariest roads I've ever driven.
It's
actually
amazing.
Yeah.
It's so far.
You come up over the brow of the hill, and you've got air.
Here's Lajitas, the general store. It's the golf. Is it the golf resort?
Yeah.
Or is it?
So it's going to be that road there.
It's this road, the 179. Yeah, we'll get a little street view. Here it is. Oh, that's a shit street view. Hold on, wait. I'll get a better street view. But it comes west, and it runs. Let me bring it over. It runs on the Rio Grande. Lajitas, so those we'll zoom way out, is basically in the middle of Big Bend. It's south of, what is the nearest town? Oh, Alpine. Marfa.
Yeah.
So you just drive straight south on the 118 to Terlingua, and then it's this road here that runs along the Rio Grande River from Presidio to Terlingua, and the road is sick. And here, let's see if we can maybe street view. Is there any street view worth street viewing? Yeah, it's an amazing road. Let me find is there a banked corner? Let's see if we can get a tight banked corner.
I think near the resort.
Near the resort.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, down here.
Yeah.
Fandango Dom Rock, whatever that is. It's a beautiful road. Love it. So I recommend that road. And that Lajitas Resort is, if you wanted to chill out, the place is not bad.
It's fantastic. They've opened a bubble hotel there as well.
A what?
A bubble hotel.
What is a bubble hotel?
So the rooms are basically these inflatable plastic bubbles. So
Get the fuck out of here.
So you sleep in there, and obviously the stargazing there is supposed to be incredible. You know, there's that observatory close by.
I did not realize that they had a bubble hotel.
Yeah, there's a bubble hotel not far from there.
Is this it? Oh, that's it, yeah. Lajitas Golf Resort. Oh, I love that place. Place rules. Oh, yeah, here it is. We fucking, remember we partied out this block of hotel rooms so hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like a block party on this thing, and they had Shelbys all parked down in the middle of this.
Well, that first
cool, man.
That first one we did that Shelby run on his 85th birthday, which I can't remember what
2009.
Yeah. So, and we created Shelby Run specifically to celebrate his 85th birthday. They just celebrated the 10-year anniversary of Shelby Run. They do it every year.
Oh, they do?
I had no idea.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And it's become like a really big thing for.
Do they do it down there?
They do it down there every year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I kind of want to like get a Cobra and like go down there and fuck around. God, that place brings back some cool memories. It's so far in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Remember Morningstar hooked up with that local?
Oh,
Morningstar hooked up with a local who was a waitress here.
Yes.
And it was nice. She was very cute too.
Does Morningstar listen to the show?
No, there's almost no way.
Oh, right.
I doubt it. He's living in a tent.
He owes me $9,000.
He literally lives in a tent. Good luck.
Yeah.
If you can find his tent, you can fucking have it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's $9,000 stashed in his tent.
The tent. He has like a chainsaw and a compost pile and a tent and not much else. He's building his own log cabin. Lunatic.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, do you know anyone else building their own log cabin? I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Morningstar, like he's not happy unless he's off the grid right now. He really prefers.
See, I never figured him for that type of guy.
He's real like he refused to like get a smartphone. He stuck with BlackBerry until literally BlackBerry
till
went
the
out of
end
business, and then I don't think he replaced it with anything.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he really he was not into like online dating or smartphones. He was really against all of those things.
He's just anti-technology.
I think so.
He's the next Unabomber.
I think maybe, but if not, I think he just likes people to talk to each other and not to stare at their phones. It used to bother him that people were always looking at their phones.
I can sympathize with that.
Yeah,
completely. I'm from that generation where we grew up without phones.
So do you read newspapers?
I do read newspapers, not every day, but I still read newspapers.
Yeah, my wife is like 4 years older than me, And so she's the end of Generation X and I'm a millennial. And there's a couple of key differences between how we behave that are very specific to generations. And her with a printed newspaper and like a crossword puzzle, you know, is like a very Gen X thing, I think, to do.
So she's the grown-up in your relationship.
I hate to say it, but probably.
I think we knew that was going to happen, didn't we?
Yeah, but that's okay. I don't mind. She's like way smarter than me, and so I don't mind. And she's really like organized and remembers all the kinds of things. And I'm a fucking airhead, so you know, I'm always like manic and crazy, and she's depressed and crazy. So we balance each other out.
Perfect combo. You're gonna be so happy together.
Yeah. Do you have a lady right now?
I do not. That's a loaded question.
Do you have many ladies right now?
No, I do not.
You had at one time. You had many ladies.
Oh my God, you're absolutely annihilating me right now.
Hashtag me too.
You realize anyone could be listening to this right now?
At one time? Oh yeah, I'm real specific. Real specific. Is your mother gonna be like, get really mad? Come on. I attribute no specific time or place to any of that. I've known you for 12 years.
Yeah, you have known for a long time. Yeah, my mother's definitely not listening to this. Unless it's on medium wave radio.
What? Wait, okay, fine. Well, I'll depart. Whatever happened to the Bullrun RV?
Oh my goodness. Oh my word.
The Bullrun RV was a terrible RV. It was like the one from Stripes.
From Anchorman 2.
And from Anchorman 2, I bet
there's actually a picture of it.
Is it?
If you, there should be
scrubbed from the internet.
There should be one up here somewhere.
It was the GM RV that was the thing from the movie Stripes. It was that, but wrapped in a Bull Run livery, and it somehow limped its way. I can't find a picture of it, but whatever. It somehow limped its way around the country on that TV show, and required a lot of loving care. And then I borrowed it from you to go to Coachella, and then I made it 40 miles, and the engine threw a rod outside the block.
So the Bullrun RV was another Handsome Dave folly. Okay, Handsome Dave, my cousin, would always come up with let's buy this, let's buy that, right? And he found that RV, and he really wanted us to have it, and it was a problem from the absolute outset. And it ended up being in storage here, in
Marina Del Rey.
Where the Coastal Highway meets the 90.
Yeah.
And that boat storage yard. And, we probably spent 12 grand storing it. Because they just sat there for like 3 or 4 years.
Oh my God. And that's why storage is a good business, because people fucking forget about shit.
They really do.
Write the check.
They really do. And so we basically we basically ended up just selling it, and like this guy came by it, and I was just like, look mate, this is sight at scene, this is the state, we've spent this much money on it, it's been a complete lemon from day
Good
one.
luck.
But we have spent money on it, and the engine just got rebuilt and blah 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 blah. So he took it, and obviously the curse of the RV
and then
struck.
You have to block his phone number.
And he's calling us, like after he's been on it for 25 minutes, saying it's stopped working. I was like, what do you want me to do, mate? What do you want me to do?
I advertised. It was rough.
Yeah.
I was gonna rent an RV, and then I was like, but I'll just borrow Andy's, which seemed like it would make sense. And then the engine exploded, and it financially made bad sense. That's when I learned that you should always rent RVs and never own them ever.
We owned an RV, and we still rented RVs because I was just not going to risk that.
Yeah. No, your RV was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this RV was used and on the TV show as like the art director. Like it held like all the fucking stage props and shit. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I wanted to take that to Coachella. It was it was bad. But
do you know what? If it had worked, it wouldn't have been the worst idea.
If it had worked, it would have been fine.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been the worst idea in the world.
But a grenaded engine is really going to damper your fucking party experience.
Yeah.
What do you got coming up besides this rally?
So
fun on the TV horizon?
Yeah. I've signed a couple of guys up from France. For
the French and the Furious.
Yes. This guy's based in Lyon in France, and his company's called Duncan Customs. If you like Instagram his stuff, it's amazing. He's the one who like turns...
What is it called?
Duncan Customs, Danton Kustoms. He's the guy that turns Lamborghinis into hot rods, yeah.
Duncan Arts Customs.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up with this guy. Look. Whoa. Hello. What are you? Oh, he built that Espada concept thing I saw.
Yeah, he basically turned it into a hot rod.
Yeah, it's like a Mad Max, rat rod, hot rod, sort of, wow, really conceptualized post-apocalyptic future Lamborghini Espada. Very fucking cool. Is this one guy who built this?
So he has his shop. He's a very, very talented guy. I mean, of all the people I've ever seen, like in this sort of like sphere,
yeah,
the only people who I think come close to this guy would be like Aaron Kaufman.
Yeah. Is this him too here?
And Chip Foose. Yeah, this is all his stuff.
You know Randy Grubb too, right? Blastoline, the Jay Leno like tank car.
Yes.
That he's on some. I love the gull-wing doors on this. Oh wow. I love this guy's aesthetic.
The stuff this guy does, and he.
That's fucking rad, dude.
He.
Is this him?
Yeah, this is him.
Oh wow, he looks hard as fuck too.
Yeah.
Wow, I love this guy's aesthetic. What is that? Is that what he did to a 911?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
If you look, so this truck he built in a competition in Abu Dhabi. It was like a build-off competition, and they won it. And then the king.
Like I actually don't know what it is. Do you know what it is?
I don't know actually. And then the king of Abu Dhabi actually acquired it for his own personal collection. Yeah.
Do you know what he bought it for?
I have no idea, but it wouldn't have been cheap at all.
Wow. I mean, it's very cool.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's just got a really, really interesting brain.
I like his aesthetic.
He's very talented, and he's definitely a visionary.
Oh, no way. Is that real? What the fuck is that? Okay. This, I think that what I'm looking at is a Mercedes SLK maybe, or SL with a short wheelbase Corniche body on it.
Yeah.
Possibly. Do you know what this is?
I actually have no idea what he used to sort of put this
that's
together.
a weird whatever the fuck this is.
But it's just so cool, isn't it?
It's like a short Rolls. Is there another picture of that? I don't know, but I love everything this fool does. Wow, is that a Jeep? That's a Wrangler. That's wow. This guy's fuck. Go follow this guy, Danton
Customs
_arts _customs with a K. You get a follow from me.
If you go down there, and just to top it off,
yeah,
he lives in a castle in France.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
wait.
Keep going, you'll see his castle.
His castle?
Hang on. There it is.
What?
That's where he lives.
No way.
I swear, that's where he lives.
Oh my god, this guy rules.
And that's where his shop is.
Is in the castle?
He's got a shop built into the ground floor of the castle.
Oh my
I know. It's
god.
legendary.
Of course this guy deserves a television show. Are you making a show with him?
I'm trying to make a show with him, yeah.
I love everything about him.
His English is very limited, so that's the only issue.
The castle. Dude.
Yeah.
That's between castle and chateau, but
yeah.
Did he build an Eiffel Tower? Does he have an Eiffel Tower?
I don't know. He may have built a small.
He's got a little Eiffel Tower in his back. I like his panel van here turned into a hot rod. He has a very specific style that I like very much. The great Danton. Holy shit. Yeah, I would do a show with that guy.
And I just came across this very, just by chance. My good friend, Mark Bearden, who he's done Bull Run with us. He lives in Dallas.
I don't, but...
He was on his phone on Instagram, and he was like, hey, look at this guy. And I was like, what the fuck? That's amazing. And then within 10 days... I'd arranged to meet the guy in Chicago.
Well, this guy or someone else?
No, I'd arranged.
Oh, Danton, yeah,
just from seeing him on Mark's thing. Shout out to Mark because he's driving.
Too bad
a box
his
truck to Dallas right now.
Too bad his English isn't like perfect, because then you could just put him on TV today.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa. His Porsche is nuts. So he basically just like kind of cut up a 911 body here and put it on a hot rod frame, like front engine dragster style. Fucking cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
That guy gets points. Definitely points. Yo, get up in the super chat live, folks, if you want to get down on a question before we get out of here. We got shit to do. Ooh, a nice Huracan. That's his Lamborghini aesthetic is very good. Yeah. What else you working with?
So we've got that. I've got another couple of shows that we're pitching to both Discovery Channel and Netflix.
How? Let me ask you a question. For people out there, when you talk about pitching a show, what is the process of pitching a show look like?
It's different depending on what your relative experience is and what your contacts are like in the industry. So I can basically email a couple of the execs at Discovery, a 2-line idea and say, hey, listen, found this concept, blah, 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 what do you think? And they'll go, yeah, great, can you get some more information? And then I'll put a deck together.
10-page slideshow, some photos, some bios.
If they like, exactly.
Maybe an episode layout.
And then you'll do some story arcs, some character development, that type of stuff. And then you'll go, and then from there, if they like that, you'll shoot some sort of sizzle, 3-4 minute iteration of it. And then if you're still good to go after that, you're going to go to a pilot, or you're just going to go into a series. I've never shot a pilot. I've always gone into a series. No.
That's nice.
That's nice. I always find like if you don't really know what you're working with, or you're not really into it after you've seen a whole deck, met the talent, and seen a sizzle, what do you really need a pilot for? You know? But I think sometimes they get that it's about getting comfort with the production company to make sure that they can do what it is they say they can do before they give them a huge amount of money.
Word. I feels you. Just a couple quick ones for Super Chat. Have I ever used a CG lock seatbelt for HPDEs? I think that's a cam lock. And I'm not sure. I have not used them. No. I don't know what this is. This lock your seatbelt in? Does it make it tighter? Engineered to lock the lap belt portion of your seatbelt in position. Oh, okay. So it allows you to lock the lap belt independently. Okay. I would be slightly wary of things that modify factory safety systems in cars in general. But if it says does not interfere with seatbelt safety, I would ask some experts, look up some expert reviews or opinions on this kind of stuff, and if they say it's safe, I could see the benefit if you don't have a lot of bolstering. And we actually only got 2 today, so it's easy. If you're still, what would you prefer for $15,000? A first-gen Cadillac CT SV or a Fiesta ST for commuting, cool factor, and long trips? I would take a Fiesta ST, but
I would take the CTSV.
You like rear-wheel drive V8 cars, actually.
And you know what? I actually drove that first gen when it came out.
Yeah,
and it's a good car.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know I don't know how they've aged particularly well. You know what I mean? That's a big unknown for me. I think they have issues
with the diff, maybe.
Right.
They have, but if it's been sorted, I don't see them around very often.
And I remember when the very first gen came out, I was really impressed with what a decent car is. Obviously, it's an even better car now.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I think depends on how much you need to depend on it. If you really need to depend on it, if your life is fucked, if you can't get to work, Fiesta ST is probably good.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more actually. Oh, okay. So someone is suggesting the television show of modded, older, late model cars pitted against the newest sports cars. I'm sure there's a reason this isn't on TV. Why? I went around 2 years ago with my friend Spike Ferriston and pitched a show called Build It or Buy It, where I would be, so there was me and actually Justin Bell, and Justin Bell was Mr. Buy It. So he would show up with the newest sports car, called a Ferrari 488, and I was allowed 20% of what he spent on the car to build a car that could beat it around a track. So if the 488 was 250 grand, I was allowed to spend 50 grand, right? So I'd like get a used Corvette and like modify it up and try and beat him around a track, right? And they were like, the networks were not about it. Nobody really wanted to buy it, and then that show Fastest Car came on Netflix, which is basically just the racing portion of what we did.
Yeah.
But not really. I'd like to make that show.
There's a show that's just come out in the UK that sounds similar to that.
Oh, really?
Where they're putting a car together from whatever to beat something that's sort of new or cool. I don't know the full format of that show, but it seemed similar to that.
It seems like a kind of thing that car people really do want to see, that kind of show.
Yeah.
I don't know if a mainstream audience does.
And then actually it's a really, really, really interesting question, because the problem the problem with that show format is there are only a few TV networks that are really into cars, right? Discovery Channel do some, but the real estate that's actually available on Discovery for new car shows
is minimal.
It's minimal, because if you look at Rawlins and Air and Street Outlaws, that's not
all of prime time.
That's not leaving a lot of real estate for anyone else.
Yeah.
History will only do car shows that are really historical, and this is true for Discovery as it is for History. They're pretty much obsessed with Americana type cars, cars from the 50s to the 70s.
Yeah.
As soon as you get into the area of modded cars, tuners, exotics, the execs all believe that there's no place for those shows on their networks. Now that might change.
Is that because young people don't watch television and old people do?
I think it's just from their testing. Yeah, I think it's from they're trying to go after middle American dollars, and what they believe. They think the average guy is going to salivate over a '69 Charger, and not a tuner.
Yep, it's sad.
And that's really what you're battling up against with a format like that. It's really hard to get anyone involved in any kind of modded or exotic car show.
Sad but true.
Yeah.
I still want to make the Bourdain for Cars show, and
I'll do that with you.
You want to make that one?
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool.
Awesome. I really would like to make that.
Let's do it with the French guy.
France would be one, because he's in Lyon, you say?
Yeah.
Fucking the food there. Oh my God, in Lyon.
Yeah.
I'd like to drive that Espada of his to San Sebastian. Can we fucking do that shit?
Dude, are you talking about the Anthony Bourdain episode in San Sebastian?
Yeah.
I've watched that maybe 4 times.
It's the best.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah. Do you remember Thaddeus, my cameraman, the big Viking dude?
Yeah.
He lives in Dubai now.
Right.
And he works for Faisal.
Right.
And he travels all over that part of the world all the time, because Europe's like a 2-hour flight, 3-hour flight, whatever. It's easy for him. And so he's been to San Sebastian 3 times.
And he's obsessed.
And he wants me to meet him there in Christmas.
Mate, I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I'm boring people to death talking about that episode, because I was I've been to Galicia, to that area, but I've been to Vigo and not round to San Sebastian. But yeah, I was fascinated by that episode. I'm a foodie.
Just because of the walking from pub to pub with all the finger food?
It just looked amazing.
Everything
really
about
good.
it looked amazing. I really would like to go.
Yeah. Bourdain's shows, the last few seasons were just genius.
I know.
Genius.
He was really, really good at making TV.
And it's one of those things, and as a TV producer, I look at those and I'm like, what's really making that show amazing? And you can't really put your finger on one thing, because it's really just about him and people and him resonating with an audience. I mean, some of his shows he barely did any food.
Yeah, and there's some of those shows where he barely does anything. Is a lot of like voiceover and walking around, like where he gets real conceptual, like with his like filmmaker friends and whatever. Him being a real film nerd, I think, had a lot to do with it as well, even if I didn't understand all the references, like they're still there.
That episode he did with Asia Argento, and they went to Coppola's house in that part of Italy. I can't remember that part of Italy and stuff.
It's Heel of the Boot?
Yeah.
Is it the Palermo? Not Palermo.
No, it wasn't Palermo.
It's whatever the Heel of the Boot is,
That was amazingly shot.
Yeah. It looked like a nice part of the world,
The
too.
cinematography in that episode was just ridiculous.
I think their DP has gotten multiple Emmys.
Right.
I think so. Yeah, and their editor, too.
Right.
Trent wants to know, what is my best bull run experience?
This would be interesting for me to hear.
I mean, because is there a best, or is it the worst, but that just makes the best story now?
It's probably your most memorable.
I have a couple.
And the one that was the most enjoyable.
There's a couple. I mean, the Staunton, Virginia. The first time we went to Staunton, Virginia,
I knew you were going to say
was crazy because there's an all girls college there, and they thought that there were a lot more celebrities on the event than there actually were, but it was a pretty wild evening. Well, I got pulled over at 1 mile an hour over the limit outside of Vegas like 10 miles from the end of the rally, and I got a fucking flat tire from it and had to get flatbedded into the party at the end, which sucked. I made a fool of myself in front of Coco in Birmingham, Alabama. Montgomery or Birmingham? Where did we? Montgomery, Alabama.
Montgomery.
That bar that had it was like the ice themed bar where the shot glasses were made of ice.
Yeah.
And you'd take the shot and then throw the glass against the wall and it would smash. And I tried to impress Coco, by smashing the shot glass against my forehead, and I cut myself and blood was dripping down my face.
How was that going to impress her?
I was a drunk idiot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was an absolute idiot. No. She was very nice about it too. She was really sweet and really smart.
Oh, she's amazing.
She was amazing.
She's amazing.
For someone who looks like a cartoon character, she was really, really intelligent and interesting to talk to.
Ice is one of the nicest people I've ever met, and Coco's she's lovely. She's really, really cool. Didn't you get 3 tickets coming out of New York from the same cop?
So yeah, we left New York City, Pier, whatever it was, went down the West Side Highway, out the Holland Tunnel, across the that shitty bridge towards the Turnpike, and right as we merged on the New Jersey Turnpike, I was pulled over, and between me and Tom Morningstar, we were issued 6 tickets in one stop.
Wow.
I got 3 and he got 3.
Right.
No, I might have got 4 and he got 2. It was bad. Between me and Morningstar, we got 18 tickets in a week. That one.
That must be a record.
It was fucking horrible, dude. Yeah. And you know what? Every one of those tickets was real and required being dealt with. And I got a press car because all the court dates were. I managed to make all the court dates in a week, and me and Morningstar did a reverse road trip from the rally to go fight all of our tickets.
Oh my god!
And we drove 1,000 miles to fight all these tickets. It was hysterical.
Oh my god!
I got a bunch of them thrown out, and I had to deal with a bunch of them for years. Yeah,
it's funny. So this last show I did last summer for Discovery Channel, because there were kids involved in there. They do some deeper background checks on you and stuff. And one of the execs calls me up and he goes, yeah, you've passed the background checks. There's no problems there. He goes, but there is a warrant out for your arrest in, I'm not going to say the state, but he goes, there's a warrant out for your arrest in this state. And I was like, what the fuck?
Really?
And it's been out for me there for 10 years.
No way.
Yeah.
It's a driving related warrant?
It's a speeding ticket.
No way.
Yeah, and yeah, it's still valid.
Are you just never going to go back there?
I've never, and it's also turned into a non-appearance and all kinds of stuff.
Oh no! Can you send a lawyer locally?
I'm going to have to do. It's on your desk you have that pile of stuff to do.
Yeah.
it's next on the pile of stuff to do.
So Tom's tickets from New Jersey from the incident I just described to you, he never paid them.
Oh wow!
In protest,
he's off the grid now.
He decided that he was not going to pay them, and that if that meant he could never drive a car in New Jersey again, so be it. You need to understand. Not you, Andy. You, the rest of the audience, needs to understand. He lives less than 15 miles from the New Jersey border. And he's decided that in the neighboring state, he is willing to give up driving in forever in order to not deal with this, to deal with this ticket. But he's never had a single thing.
Yeah.
Like, no letters, no nothing. Nothing ever happened.
Maybe they've just lost him.
He's just gone.
Yeah. Yeah, because isn't there like a period where it will just fall off?
I have absolutely no idea.
I know.
Eventually.
I know. In the state that I'm having to deal with, it's like in perpetuity forever. So, and I'm like, yeah, that's just my luck.
Perfect.
Just my luck. And like a couple of times, I've been invited to go there, and I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea.
What are you driving these days in New Orleans? Do you even care about cars anymore?
Honestly, I really don't.
Yeah,
I really don't. I'm really not that bothered. And I live downtown New Orleans.
The roads are horrible.
Dude, did you see what happened yesterday?
No, what did I miss?
We the whole of downtown was flooded.
Oh Jesus!
Like 2-3 feet of water.
No way.
In about 90 minutes.
Oh my God! They have not learned anything.
Well, the problem is just our drainage system. If a lot of rain falls very, very quickly, because we're in a bowl, it just doesn't drain quickly. It will drain, but it takes an hour or two to drain, and you're just sitting there in 2 or 3 feet of water until it does.
So do you have like a monster truck now?
I've actually got, and I've got to get it done. I've got a Ford Bronco, a 71, and like that's
cool.
And that's like literally just going to become the New Orleans daily drive. I mean,
you're going to daily drive that? Good for you.
I mean, I say daily driver because I don't really drive, but that'll by default be like the thing I drive around.
Good for you. That's a bold move. 71 in New Orleans. I love it. Does it have a roof at least?
It does, but I'm going to have it taken off.
Because you're an idiot?
Yeah.
Do you have a garage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a garage in my building.
All right.
But I think that's great. I mean, the roads in New Orleans are so bad.
Yeah.
It's literally perfect.
No, it's not a great place to drive.
No, it's not.
No. It's a great place to get drunk, though. Bullrun GT is October 16th to 20th, 2019. Go to parkupfront.com/bullrungt or just go to parkupfront.com and then click on the Bullrun GT tab on the very top of the screen. You'll find that shit.
Yeah.
And you want to plug anything else before we get out of here?
No, that's it.
That's it?
Go to that and also check out the Park Up Front app on iOS and Android. Their app is phenomenal.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Good to see you. Do you want to go around the corner and look at my building?
I do, actually.
Yeah.
So how far are you from being done with it?
A couple months.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long was it? Like been 2 years or?
It's been 4.
Wow.
Yeah, this is some shit. This is some shit.
That sounds like some money's been spent.
Oh God, we're gonna make it back. I think.
You got a whole load of investors and stuff.
Not a whole load, but yeah, there's people who are counting on me.
Enough people to shout at you.
There's people who are counting on me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the things that have caused delays and problems, like. Personally, not my fault. Like, I was only so much. I'll take all the yelling.
Yeah.
But it's construction. Have you ever done like construction?
I've just done house construction, and that's painful enough. I've not like built out anything commercially ever.
Commercial construction, especially in Los Angeles, especially when you're dealing with cars, is wild. But I'll show you. It's fucking nuts. Yeah. For those of you out there, if you need somewhere to keep your cars in LA, West Side Collector Car Storage just got you opening this fall. It's my shit. It's my place. That's what it means. It means it's my place. Thanks for sticking around with us today, this afternoon, folks. We've got Jeff Zwart coming in tomorrow and Jennifer Nicole.
Jennifer Nicole.
Yeah. Have you talked to Jennifer recently?
I spoke to her about a year ago because she's running the new
She runs the PEC.
Yeah.
So Jennifer Nicole I met on Bull Run 2007.
Yep.
And she was the hottest girl I had ever seen at the time. When she was 25, she was the hottest girl on earth.
Right.
And she's also the nicest girl on earth.
She is.
And
you know where I met her? Auto Rocks.
wow, back in the day, Vinny Russo, who worked on Auto Rocks, is living in my house right now.
And that was Ferretti and Emil Rensing.
Jailbird Emil Rensing.
Is he still in jail?
Yeah, he's in prison, but he gets fucking furloughs, dude. This is bullshit. He gets to go home on the fucking weekends.
What kind of prison is that?
I fucking not a pound me in the ass prison, I'll tell you that much.
Hang on. That's not prison.
I know.
That's like a job.
I know, because white collar crime is not taken seriously in this country.
How much did he steal in the end?
$7 million. That's how much he got caught stealing. He did. That's not how much he stole from us.
That is phenomenal.
That he stole that from Epics. That's why he's in prison. The shit that he was never punished from stealing from us. He only got punished because he got greedy as fuck and stole $7 million from Epics, and because he fucking fraudulently signed a bunch of real people's names on fake documents, which is identity theft.
My word, that is so fun. I think I could write a book about the people connected to Bullrun who've like done criminal things.
Yeah, it not Bullrun specifically, but those types of events attract a certain type.
Yeah,
Yep,
for sure.
The high living, the high living folks.
High living, high success, or high failure.
Yeah. So Jennifer Nicole, high success. She got on
Fantastic.
Bullrun like me as a total fucking freeloader.
That's right.
And ended up successful. She's running the PEC now here in LA. That's the Porsche Experience Center. And Jeff Swart was a second unit director for The Art of Racing in the Rain and one of the best automotive photographers and racers. He's been on the show a million times. You guys know him. So that's tomorrow at 4. That's it. The Smoking Tire Podcast is powered by Shout Engine. Get your own damn podcast at shoutengine.com. It's easy. All you need is a microphone, a connection to the internet, and ideally something to say. See you tomorrow, folks. Bye.